What's up, guys? It is your boys Chris and JB on a quick one. Welcome to Chat, Grapple and Cheap Pop's Bitesize, the episodes where we chat as quick as we can about something, whatever we feel like. It doesn't matter. Chris, how are you, man?
I'm all right, man. Yeah, mad week. We're just going to chuck this little quick one out here, little tidbit for you adoring fans. We're just going to put this out, and we hope you enjoyed our last upload, which was the great Chris Hamrick interview. It's a shame that the passing of New Jack that has happened recently.
Not long after,
literally within days after us speaking to Chris, and Chris was a genuine friend of New Jack's, and he even said in the interview, he said, "I love that man, you hear me?" So, I'll be pinging a little message off to Chris, just to, send him our condolences and that, and it's a fucking sad thing that's happened, man.
It is the 23rd of May, which, is very poignant in wrestling fans' minds. It is the date in 1999 where Owen Hart fell to his death, and it's, you can, take what you want from that. It's never a favorite day for wrestling fans, but here we are.
And that's why my main man JB put up that fantastic video of Owen at the Slammies.
Yes, Owen winning his second Slammy award, the one he steals basically without even reading out who the nominees were.
Yeah.
Quick reminder before we get into it: Facebook, Twitter, Instagram at Chat Grapple Pops. It will come up on your screen if you're watching. If you're listening, just at Chat Grapple Pops, you will find it. Welcome to any new listeners, any new watchers. And so notice that the Facebook following's getting a little bit bigger than I anticipated. So welcome to anyone that's checking in. Shout out to all our new followers. We hope you enjoy what we got coming, because this one, like I said, it's quick. We're trying something different. We are even setting a timer. And this 30 minutes of heaven or hell, depending on what you think of it, is about the most positive side of AEW, All Elite Wrestling, Chris's favorite promotion in the world. I have called it the Jacksonville Wrestling Company once or twice. I will not be doing that today. We are focusing on the biggest, most positive part of it. And it is not the fact that Orange Cassidy is going to main event a pay-per-view. I still think that's a bait and switch. I think he's going to get beaten up and he's going to get pushed out of that main event for someone else, maybe even a new arrival or something. That's just my opinion on that. Take from it what you will. That's just where I'm going. We're not going to be talking about the pretty dull tag team division at the moment anyway. It doesn't work. Those tag team champions are piss poor. Again, take from that what you will. Chris, I'm sure you've got something to add on that really quick.
What about the Bucks?
Yes.
Yeah, I mean, it fucking amazes me still, that I still see, I'm still a member in some AEW groups, and I do see people in these AEW groups saying the fucking Bucks are trash, the way they're being, the booking is trash, the way they're acting is trash, and then you've got these other dickheads that haven't got a clue what they're talking about. Go, oh well, it's just the writers do these things for them, and they've just got to do it. It's like, do you not realize they're on the fucking booking team? They're the ones writing this shit, you fucking ignoramuses.
Yeah,
they're the ones booking it, bruv. That's why they're still champions. They are.
A great person once said, "We'd all love to write our own obituaries." You
get what I'm saying? They are fucking. I still am not a huge fan of having active wrestlers on your roster booking. I'm not a huge fan of it.
You can, but these said wrestlers need to, have that ability not to book themselves into everything. I completely understand when it was your territory. When it was your own promotion, you're booking yourself as the star because you're not leaving. You're booking who you can trust.
To a point. To a point, even still though, the fact that Kenny Omega, the Bucks, and Cody are on the booking committee, and you know, fucking Omega's seemingly never losing the championship and he's gaining other championships from other promotions, and the Bucks are just keeping the fucking straps. Fuck's sake, you know, Dusty in the house.
Let's get to that one positive aspect, because
Let's get to it.
the timer is set. Our 30 minutes start now, and it is Anthony Ogogo and Cody Rhodes. This has been a brilliant piece of writing, whether intentional or not. Cody wrapping himself in the American flag. He's calling himself one night only the American Dream. I'm not sure how well that plays internationally. In fact, I don't think it plays well at all, because all I'm seeing is rumblings of Ogogo being the biggest babyface in AEW outside of America and possibly in South America.
Well, I mean, it's shades of Bret Hart and the Canadian flag, it being a babyface in Canada and being a heel everywhere else. It's
well, no, he was babyface everywhere else. He was just a heel in America.
Yeah, well, that's right. Yeah, that's right. Heel in America, babyface everywhere else. You know.
I'm praying that ego doesn't get in the way of this and that Cody loses clean.
Well, I mean, what would be the benefit of him winning?
Well, there isn't one.
It would just kill any push for anyone else. He doesn't need the push. He doesn't need the. Does he?
No, this is you know, this is the momentum that they've built on Ogogo has been quite brilliant, and I'll give them that. You know, we like to take the piss and, you know, go on the booking team and stuff like that, but this has been their best piece of work.
And this is Cody's doing, though. This is Cody's booking.
Yeah, I would assume so. Cody and whoever the guys they say that he runs the Nightmare Factory. I forget his name.
Not QT Marshall involved in it as well.
Yeah. I would imagine he's got a part of it, because Ogogo is part of the Nightmare Factory, and that's, I mean, that's a group that he might not be long for.
Yeah, I mean, we call out stuff when we think it's shit, but also we do big it up when we think it's good. We're not just fucking complete jerk-offs that will just, you know, shit on everything just for the sake of shitting on it. You know, if we see that something is going well and we can see that something's progressing the right way, we're obviously going to be, I mean, we've dedicated a fucking show to it, mate.
Yeah. They have booked him so well that, you know, he's dished out the left or the right hand to Billy Gunn. Austin Gunn took a beating, you know, last week on Dynamite. It's being done well, and there's no way to you know, make that worse. Is the only way to make it worse is to have Cody beaten at Double or Nothing.
Yeah, I mean, that's the thing. It wouldn't really make any sense. I mean,
the promos have been good too.
Yeah, and obviously people might think, oh, they're a little bit biased because he's English. Do you know what I mean? And yes, you're probably right. We could be a bit biased because he's English, but we do like seeing. I mean, there were still some punk ass bitches that were moaning about, you know, his gut shot. Oh, it wouldn't put someone down or whatever.
We've seen that.
You know, if you take a fucking gut shot from a professional boxer, it's gonna.
I can't imagine they'd say it to his face.
No, of course not.
Like, that's the thing. Maybe they should line up, you know, like the next AEW sort of convention, you know, fan fest. Take a punch from Ogogo, $5.
$5. Take a dig.
If you're still standing after the punch, you know, you win a T-shirt. So, but I don't want to give them any ideas, you know, because they'll make money off it, and I won't. So now, everyone knows wrestling stories are, you know, borrowed and duplicated and all that everywhere else. I'm going to play devil's advocate for 2 minutes. I'm going to play, you know, the old fantasy booker. Say, for instance, at Double or Nothing, Ogogo knocks him out. beats him to within an inch. Cody's going to have some time off soon. He's, going to have a baby. Why not have the beating be that time off?
I would imagine that's probably what's going to happen. She's about ready to pop, isn't she?
I don't know how far along, but imagine the beating's what writes Cody out for a few months. A couple of months, whatever paternity leave he wants to take. He carries on beating him after the belt, just finishes him off, really, makes the point. Gets suspended for a week or two. Can only come back after, once he apologizes to Cody and family or whatever. Refuses. Now here's the one that you're gonna love. What if he lays out Mr. Khan on TV?
Oh, I mean that is.
I mean that's money. That's baby face money right there.
Yeah, I mean that is.
That's your stunner. That's your stunner.
I mean, but it's a bittersweet thing for me though, because if I'm honest, I don't want to see Tony Khan involved in storylines. I don't want to, because anything he does, it seems overly forced and cringy when I watch him doing it.
Well, who else could you do it to?
Give me moment.
He's not going to hit JR. He's not going to hit Shivani. Like, it doesn't make sense. I mean, he could hit the other one, the one in the mask, Excalibur.
Yeah, but I mean, he could. About Dustin, he could start on Dustin, being the brother.
Yeah, Dustin. I think the impact would be on Khan. Lay him out.
But is Khan a babyface?
No.
So it wouldn't make any difference, would it, if they're trying to
Khan's been on TV, apart from the 9 nights on 9 days on Dynamite, that one. He's not been a babyface in any of the Impact stuff. He's been, smarmy. So
yes, I mean, knocking him out would probably turn Ogogo babyface.
Yeah, it would push him over the edge on as far as being a babyface. Do it in front of the, they're going to be doing stuff in front of a full crowd, and all that. Do it and have Ogogo run off through the crowd. It's babyface money. That is.
The thing is though, this is going to sound a little bit like this is coming from Chris's brain, but in order for it to do well, Tony ain't a wrestler, okay? And he's going to have to literally take a dig. He's actually going to have to make it look good. He's going to have to
show the bruises.
Yeah, he's going to have to get punched.
Yeah.
Are we talking a gut buster? Or are we talking in the face?
Oh, in the gut. Yeah, it's going. Yeah, if you punch him in the face, I mean,
you're going to do it properly. You know what I mean? Spark him.
But the potential on this story, as long as ego doesn't get in the way, as long as they don't do something silly like an all-American hero type thing on Ogogo, they've got a star.
I'll tell you what, if he hits Tony Khan, it would instantly make him a babyface in Fulham. Shit the bed. Straight away. Bosh.
Yes. It is the end of the Premier League season. Fulham did get relegated a couple of weeks ago. Their fans are a little discontented with everything, and
I literally work round the corner from Fulham as well. Like I'm not far from Fulham, so yeah.
They'll be playing a season in the Championship, at least one season in the Championship. Next.
Yeah.
Well, I think it might be more, but
that's the thing, man. It may even be more.
Yeah, that's for another podcast. I think that's for another show completely. That's the sport we don't even cover.
I mean, I don't even think the Jacksonville Jaguars are that good a football team, are they? Either like there was years ago, and there was something. It's like, oh, we wouldn't even make the bench at Jacksonville or something, So it's like they were never great.
The Jags will be coming over to play Miami in the NFL in London, so that's something, I guess.
Should we get some Miami jerseys and go watch it?
I'm not a Miami fan, but it does sound like a lot of fun.
Because our football season's over as well now. Like it was
Yeah.
it last game today, wasn't it?
Last one today, yeah. That was
And both of our teams, myself and Jordan, did dog shit this season.
disappointing. Yes.
Yeah, no, not disappointing. We were fucking shit, bruv. Both of us.
There you go. Yeah, that's it's easier to say that for you than it is for me. But
Yeah, I accept it, man. I've been a Tottenham fan my whole life.
but back to the positive side of AEW. I mean, people might say that this is a British thing, being British guys. I don't particularly want Pac to win the AEW championship.
No, I mean,
Going to be part of the triple threat with Orange Cassidy and Kenny Omega. I don't think Pac is main event caliber, and that's a take for me. But
who's gonna? I mean, let's just talk about this for a while, right? Who's gonna take the belt off Kenny Omega?
there's plenty of guys that can do it. I mean,
Who?
Hangman Page.
You reckon Page?
Hey, Page can do it. Page. He cooled down. Riding lawnmowers and stuff to get ice cream. But Page has got good. He's a good talent. He can be heated up in a week. It's not something that would take weeks and weeks to get him back to that level. He can. There's a story there with Kenny Omega. Kenny turned on him. He only has to turn up one night and hit him with something.
I mean, I still don't know. I mean, what do you reckon of Miro at the minute?
Our TNT champion, yes.
Yeah.
Well, they're going to have to rename that, aren't they? They're moving to TBS next year.
Yeah. Is it going to be the TBS championship, or are they just going to call it?
They're just going to
the TV championship.
Yeah, it's the television championship. That's
yeah.
Cool way.
Yeah.
Miro finally heating up, finally getting something, doing something that's not mucky. He's no longer the best man and all this sort of silliness. Him and Archer for the TNT title at Double or Nothing. Two big men, fighting over the stake. That's great. I don't think they should be giving him live mics. I'm saying he might need a manager.
He does need a manager. 100% needs a manager. It's another thing because the average age of it's deceiving in AEW, okay? Because in WWE, everybody knows that the age of their main guys and the guys that are here and there, they're getting quite old now. But it's deceiving because people think that AEW, it's their guys are younger or whatever. But if you look at the average age of the people working in AEW, even like people like Archer, people like Miro.
Let's be honest, the Bucks are fooling no one with their headbands.
Okay. Bro, I'm glad they got their fucking sneakers taken. Fucking that's what happens in the hood.
That was a funny part of the story with Moxley and Eddie Kingston.
I'm not a Moxley. Yeah. And I'm not a Moxley mark by any stretch of the imagination.
No, I'm not a huge fan of them being, put together as a feud.
Yeah.
But I do think Kingston in particular could sell ice to the Eskimos.
Yeah, and he's been pulling it. He's been pulling the weight of it, and like I say, I enjoyed seeing them get their sneakers taken because that's what happens. You take a paste in and someone nicks your trainers. You know what I mean? If you're a punk bitch.
The headband thing to hide the hairlines is just silly.
Yeah,
like, just cut your hair. That's it.
Just stop wrestling as well. If you
no, can't go that far.
Yeah, no, we can. I don't honestly. The heat, the so-called heat, the heel heat that the Bucks are bringing.
Something we've mentioned online. It's not the heat that it's not the heat that we want to talk about right now.
Yeah, all right. It's switch the fucking channel heat, but we're not switching the channel.
No, we're sticking with it.
With it.
Like you said, Miro in particular could probably benefit from a manager in the ring. The man can go. We've seen that.
I personally still am waiting for. I thought personally that maybe Miro would have been pushed into a main event for the main title, and they were still going to push Maxwell for the TV title.
I think you need a babyface champion for Miro to be pushed into that.
Yeah.
Miro doesn't have babyface qualities, in my opinion.
No, he doesn't. I mean,
he's a fine heel, and he always will be, really, unless you want to go back to Rusev Day and stuff like that. But we don't. So
yeah. I mean, he'd make a great heel. He's a monster guy. He should be just beating the shit out of people constantly. He should be an asshole.
It would seem Sting is fit and ready to work a match as well.
Don't.
No, it's Sting, as Tony Schiavone would say, like ever so dramatically. I'm all for it. Let him do it.
Mate, I still don't listen. We're childish nostalgia. Childish nostalgia aside, don't get me wrong. I am one of the biggest Sting fans ever. I fucking love. I've got fucking Sting figures from everywhere. Yeah, but I don't want to see a 62-year-old Sting or whatever. What's the point? I don't get it, bro.
He still wants to work. He still has name value, and I'm not sure how many numbers there is on a ratings bump when it comes to weekly stuff with Sting, but seem to have formed a fan-friendly partnership with Darby, and Darby's out of title picture for a minute.
Yeah, so what's this match? It's Sting and Darby against. Scorpio Sky and yes, yeah. But let me, there is a huge chance. We've wrestled, okay, briefly or whatever, okay. Anyone who has been in a wrestling ring knows that you can injure yourself doing the most innocuous things. It doesn't even need to be a big bump that can fuck you up. It doesn't need to be that. It can be a fucking hip toss, okay? And you can damage yourself. When you've got spinal injuries, yeah? And all of this really falls on Sting. Sting should really... It's like... I worry. I worried with the cinematic match. I worry with him getting in the ring and doing a live match, because it's not just the big bumps you got to look out for. It is the innocuous things that you could do. He could do a Stinger splash in the corner and fuck himself up and cripple himself for life. Is it worth it for fucking 1 million people watching? No. It's not. I'm sorry.
But to those million that are watching, it will be worth it.
Yeah, but to Sting's family,
to the people again, you said it yourself. It's on Sting. It's his decision.
It is on Sting. It is 100% on Sting. And I think we love you, Stinger, but Steve, let me tell you something, right?
How many more Sting moments are these live crowds going to get?
I mean, but the thing is, though, let's be honest. We've had our fill of Sting moments. We've had them, okay? Look at this little guy. Yeah? We've had our fill of Sting moments. I love wrestling and I love Sting, okay? I love him. I've got another WCW Toy Makers figure as well, okay?
Toy Biz?
Toy Biz, yeah, sorry. And it's the Sting, the crow Sting with the little black bat. It's a sick figure.
Yeah, it's a good one.
And it's been on card as well, just saying.
Oh.
I'm not a fan of people risking their health for the sake of one more match. It's not. I love Sting, and he's done everything that can be done in this business, but I know why he's doing it. and it's partly WWE's fault. I feel
Have to explain.
because I think he feels like he was going to end his career in WWE, but he didn't. It didn't quite go the way that anybody wanted it to go. He ended up getting injured and all that, and then he ended up, people say, jobbing or whatever. So I think he feels like he needs to do more. You know, it's like, and with AEW, because it's a new company, he feels like he has to try and help them because he's got that WCW feeling for him. You know what I mean? And he's like,
he's on TNT.
TNT. You know what I'm saying? And it's Sting trying to be the guy to help this young company. He's trying to be Terry Funk to ECW. You get what I'm saying? Terry Funk should have never really been doing them fucking matches in ECW, but he done it because he wanted to help this young.
But I mean, ECW was, and Terry's legacy was richer for it too.
Yep, I mean, but that's fine. But it was by the grace of God that he didn't end up being fucking crippled. You get what I'm saying?
Two things: one, by the grace of God, and two, by being working safely and knowing what he was doing, knowing how to bump.
I mean, yes, but one thing we're learning is there's no such thing as working safe. When every time you step in them ropes, there is a possibility that you are going to injure yourself to the point where
you could even say that a point there, and this is my one negative point of this whole thing, is that when you step in between those ropes in AEW, there's a chance that a ref won't spot you getting injured.
Bruv, and when you're and Sting needs, if he's going to be working, he needs to be working with guys that are going to take care of him as well when they're doing any offensive stuff, unless he's not going to be taking any moves. But chances are he's going to want to.
I can't imagine we'll see many Sting bumps.
No, that's fine, but it only takes one. And for one of these guys that are, I mean, is Scorpio Sky and that been in the business a few years?
Of course they're good guys. Yeah.
They're good guys, but it. In the words of Take That, yeah, it only takes a minute, girl, to break your back, to break your back.
You're still talking about wrestling.
Yeah, it only takes a minute for something to go wrong, and it's fucking game over. And Sting has got serious, but like we said, it's on Sting. I'm not. I mean, obviously, whoever's in charge of AEW would probably say, "Oh, Sting, are you sure you want to fucking do this or whatever?" And Sting's like, "Yeah, man, fuck it. It's fine." But it is on Sting. But I just worry because, Sting's Sting's an icon. Sting is an icon. He is.
This is true. He is.
He's the fucking man. I'm a huge Sting fan. We're both huge Sting fans, and I just worry that he's going to do himself in.
7 minutes on the clock. Will the Inner Circle break up?
Fuck. At some point, maybe yes, but the Pinnacle will probably break up before.
Yeah, I'm with you. I don't think the Inner Circle are going to break up on this one at the Stadium Stampede. I think it's going to be a fun match. Going all over a stadium usually would be fun. The last one was fun. I think it's going to be there'll be some good laughs on that. Again, I've said it before, MJF is too big for this Pinnacle stuff. FTR don't need it either. They should be right back in the championship picture. They are too good to be mucking about with this.
But because FTR are getting on as well, dude, age-wise.
I mean, this is true. Again, championship material. They
could, yeah. I mean, but like I say, it's the Bucks are fucking holding onto them titles by the skin of their teeth, by their receding hairlines. They are holding on.
They're holding on to it by the edge of their pen.
Yeah, but exactly. This is the thing. I mean, and there's these other teams like it's these other teams deserve a push. No one really wants to see.
Varsity Blondes had their match. They, could have Could have even done a hot shot and passed it to them for a week or something, or 2 weeks. Just shake it up a little bit. But
that's what I'm saying. But it's
no,
not. It's I don't understand what is the keeping the straps on the Bucks. It's clear that they are, just like you say, holding on to it by their pen.
Casino Battle Royal. Who you picking? Is Christian Cage too obvious?
Have you seen what happened? Christian Cage getting a figure, and apparently Britt Baker said, "Oh, she's upset," and they're reporting it like it's legit fucking news.
Like it's heat. Yeah, it's not. It's
fucking hell.
And also Britt Baker. She's running with her gimmick, and she's one of the hotter things on the show right now. She's got to win, hasn't she?
Well, against Shida?
Yeah.
I think she probably will.
Yeah. And that could be really good for the women's division. Britt Baker's done some, she's had some wild matches. She's homegrown talent.
Yeah, if I'm honest though, as well, she's still got a bit of work to do in the ring.
Those could be hidden.
Yeah, no, that's fine, but technicality wise, she's still got a way to go. I still think, who's going to be the first person that goes from AEW to WWE?
Well, not counting the ones that jumped and didn't have a contract and stuff. Yeah, whoever's contract comes up first. No.
I think Britt Baker could go.
Again, I'm not clued in on who's got the contracts and how long they're for.
Because I'm sure the thing
with Jericho's isn't that long.
Yeah, the thing with AEW is I think they like the fact that there's less, they get more free time. They haven't got to do the
WCW style dates, isn't it? It's not as many. At the moment, it's comfortable. You're only working in one arena. That's all going to start again in July. They're going to be moving around. But
if you're in the wrestling business, surely people can't. Even people in AEW that love the company or whatever, surely they've got to think if given the opportunity to go to the show, they should, if they want to be the best in the business and create a legacy, surely they would want to go to WWE even for a small bit. Give it a go.
Of course.
But
right now they're on another network. They're on, in a pretty good spot on Wednesday nights on TNT. You get what you can. Would you want to be on TNT, or would you want to be on Wednesday night or Tuesday night on USA when there's it's almost equal.
Yeah. Do you think Big Cass is going to turn up in this battle royale?
No, I don't. I think he's going to be doing some Impact stuff for a while, and good luck to him. He's a big guy with huge potential. I read a story that Enzo got injured. He did. He got injured on a SWE show. He took a DDT on the floor and he was hospitalized. I think he is tweeting and he's fine. He's thanked the medical professionals for helping him out. We are down to our last minute.
Go for it,
baby. What do you want for Ogogo?
What I want for him is for him to, because we were all aware because of the death of kayfabe, the issues with his eye. We all want him, I think, especially because we're British, we want him to do well and want him to go somewhere. I reckon he's got to get a strap at some point. Attacking
the eye is a heel move.
Yeah.
That's, a babyface wouldn't be going after a weak spot. That's just how it is.
Yeah.
Unless they started working the leg or something like Brett used to.
But the thing is though, he could get an eye patch and then be a proper heel. Yeah. Get him a fucking eye patch, bruv. Make him a proper heel, you know?
Could be.
Because there has been wrestlers that have worked that have been blind in one eye, you know?
Yeah.
We know there's been a few.
Yeah,
That are
in particular.
uh
PCO in particular.
yeah, you know, there's been a few.
Going.
Yeah, you know, that are actually blind in one eye. So, you know, it could go either way. But I just want to see him get a bit of a push, yeah. And if it, you know, if we can see him give fucking Khan a dig, maybe that might be all right. But I'm not a fan of seeing Khan in any angles. I think he should just yeah.
That's it. And that is time. That is it. I will just add on for a second. I want to see a go all the way. I really want to, he's got a one move sort of finish that it's almost like an RKO. It's something he can just dig out from nowhere, and it's great.
That's the best finishing moves that you can do on anyone, any size, any time.
Diamond cutter, RKO, sweep music. Super kicks have been ruined in wrestling, but fine, whatever. And that's it. What else do we have to add? We hit our 30 minutes time. We got as much shit in as we it was like a multi-man match. We all got our shit in as quickly as we could.
We all got our shit in, and we all got over. Well, I don't know. That's not our decision to make. Are we over? You know what I mean? Did we do well? That is the choice of the viewers and the listeners. But yeah, I mean, we could talk for hours and hours about it. I mean, we've still got to do a part 2 with Mr. Chris Hamrick because, when it comes to wrestling, we could just talk forever, and this is unscripted. We don't know what we're going to say. We don't know what's going to, we're literally just, all right, we've probably got a few bullet points or questions or whatever written down or whatnot. But, we just go with the flow, see where it takes us. And that's sometimes where we hit them tangents and go off here, there and everywhere. But that's the beauty of it. When you're having a chat, that's what we do. So, it's fun to talk about AEW in a positive light because despite what people may think, I don't hate AEW. I do watch it, and there are parts of it that I do enjoy. There are parts of it that I definitely wish they would improve. But the things that they do well, we say they do well.
I want to see you next week in one of those Buck style headbands.
You'll probably Photoshop me in one anyway, you can't. I'm waiting for that. I've been Photoshopped in every other position. I'm waiting for the Buck style headband.
You shouldn't have given me that idea, man.
It's a shit.
Before we go, remind our wonderful friends and followers and listeners where they can find us.
You can find us on YouTube. If you're watching us right now, you can see the video. You're watching us on YouTube. Chat Grapple and Cheap Pops podcast on there. Jordan is on the Instagram, the Twitter, at Chat Grapple Pops. That's been on the screen the whole time. You can catch us on Podbean, Spotify, Deezer, Castbox, iHeartRadio, Listen Notes, Deezer, Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts, Amazon Podcasts, and wherever you get your podcast. We are on every single fucking platform available. And we're going to keep doing it. I tell you what we do need to do though, JB. We do need to get another review out, bruv. We're going to get this next one out. Should we tell them what it's going to be yet, or are we going to hold that back?
As always, we hold stuff back.
But we know what it is. We've got the pay-per-view. We are going to be. I don't know. Have you finished watching it yet, or you?
No, we've been. We've all been very busy, and you said it yourself. Things have been flying where you are.
Yeah. So we are gonna, but we're hoping to get it done. I reckon we could get it done by the end of this week. We've got to get.
Oh yeah, I can get it done by the end of the week for sure. This was a deviation from our script. This episode, we did have a plan. We were meant to have someone on. They couldn't make it for their own reasons, and so we decided to do something quickly because we miss everyone, and I don't think they miss us, but that's fine either way.
That's right. Yeah, I mean, like Jordan's saying, we were supposed to do another interview with someone today, and for whatever reason they weren't able to make it. But we do have some other bits and bobs in the pipeline as well. I'm talking to another gentleman that I don't think has ever been interviewed by anyone. Yeah. So
No, not that I've seen, but I'm sure it's out. I'm sure it's out there. I'm sure there's some stuff out there.
I'm gonna have a look because I've not seen anyone interview this guy.
If you haven't already, seen what we've done with others, go back and check our other interviews with Santino Morella, Sonny Ono, Duke the Dumpster Drosy, Chris Hamrick. Some wild and completely different interviews, all amazing in their own ways. I implore all of you to go and check them out as well. It's been a fun, quick session here, hasn't it?
I loved it, mate. Loved it. Nice one with a stopwatch. It was like a Royal Rumble waiting for the countdown. But
Yeah.
we loved it. We had to do something, like you're saying. We were due to do something else, and we thought, well, fuck it, we'll jump on and talk about what's going on at the moment. And we do some different things. I think we should do some, because I've been thinking about it. And we usually talk about this off camera, but I mean, you can see the figures and stuff that we've got behind us, and Jordan's got a shitload of figures as well. Maybe we'll do like
right next to me here.
We'll do some little short videos where we just talk about figures and show a few figures or bits of merchandise and bits and bobs, and this we can add it to the bite-sized playlist, because not everybody all the time has an hour and a half or 2 hours to sit down and listen to us wax lyrical about.
Well, they should fucking find 2 hours to listen to us wax lyrical.
Well, it's true. In the words of Kurt Angle, it's true. Yeah. But sometimes you want a little taster of Chris and JB. Just a little morsel.
Just a few inches, not the full length.
Just the tip. Yeah. Sometimes you want just the tip. So this episode is just our tip.
So with that in mind, we should just thank everyone for listening. You know where to hit the subscribe, touch Chris's bell, touch my bell.
Touch them.
You know where you can follow us on all the social media stuff. Hit those follow buttons, hit those like buttons, comment buttons, do what you got to do.
Facebook as well, man.
To cuss us out, yeah.
Yeah, it's getting big, the group on Facebook. Loving it.
So with that, my guy Chris,
boom,
IBJB, take care everyone. We'll see you soon.
See you later.